Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this reading. This reading is a weekend reading for the whole collective, for each and every one of us, starting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from October 3rd to October 5th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2025. And it's for everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I'm in gratitude to all of you who are supporting me. Seeing extra 1 or 2 extra videos per week is helping me big time. And then so much gratitude to all of you who are contributing towards my health by doing that. Thank you wholeheartedly very much. I'd like to also convey my best wishes to all of you, my heartfelt regards, best wishes in everything you're doing in your life. My dear viewers, I'd like to also take this opportunity to wish you a very happy birthday. Those of you who are celebrating this weekend, I hope you have a wonderful time celebrating your birthday. Best wishes, and may all your dreams come true. And best wishes to those of you celebrating other occasions. I hope you have a great time. To each and every one of you, whether you're celebrating or not, my best wishes goes without a doubt. Let's take one message for the collective to see what is the most important factor for everyone. Let's have a look from the heavens and the universe for this weekend. Wow, we had this, I think, just recently. It says, shh and listen. Right? It's got that shush and listen. It says, quiet your mind, beloved one. Quiet your mind, beloved one. And listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires and manifestations and prayers. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you, so listen. So listen, because they are going to be moving everything for you, bringing everything to light for you. My dear viewers, for all of us, just listen and clearly you will know where you stand and what's coming. It'll be all delivered to you. Now, we're going to take 2 more messages to see some clues about what's coming to everybody. Sanctuary. Now, sanctuary is beautiful. This is what something... It's the closest thing to home, but the greatest feeling about home. Not when you're not happy at home. Sanctuary is when you have peace, when you have quiet, when you have harmony, when you have love, when you have compassion, when you have it all in your home. You feel safe, secure. So there is going to be, your whole life is going to turn and become a sanctuary. And some of you could be finding your sanctuary in someone, in partnerships, in love, in a peaceful place, in a place like in an office, maybe a job, a new job, even in a home, moving to a new home, or your current home becoming more peaceful, something happening that's bringing you so much serenity and harmony and security. So that is a beautiful card to have. Mystic Meadows. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. For everyone, it says you are going to be empowered. Your awareness is going to be heightened. You are going to be so powerful, like magic. Things are going to fall into place for you. November is going to give you the biggest power. Something big is coming to you and being granted to you. Something really powerful and big. November, very strong here. Chinese Year of the Dragon and the Dog united here. Something about both of these signs. To each might be something. Like to each and every one of us in a different way. Okay, let's take on now some more messages. And I'm going to take 2 from this deck for everyone. The Truth. And we've got, some of you are thinking about relocating, moving house, moving to a better place. There may be some great news coming. And that's very much in connection to the sanctuary. Finally finding your home, or a place you can call home, where you feel happy. You feel that you're in control. You feel that everything is spectacular. And you feel secure and happy and harmonious. This could be in a new role, relocating to a new place. So that is very possible and very much, and this is what's going to give you power, feeling empowered when you're ready to relocate. Very interesting. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. It says suffering in silence and not being able to sleep, thinking too much, feeling anxious or depressed or worried. You might be worried about something. This is a challenging situation. It will come to an end without a doubt. And this is the end of a chapter. It looks like to me a very suffocating chapter. There is the death card, which shows, yes, there is an ending without a doubt. And it could be in connection to someone you've been sacrificing for, of air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Or it could be concerning air energies where they have been sacrificing. That chapter is ended. You won't be sacrificing anymore. So that's really good news. Sacrifice comes to an end. You've reached the end of this chapter. Time for you to be happy. And that's, many of you are relocating. We're going to cut twice for two important messages. And we've got the Chariot. This is about victory, triumphing over something really big, triumphing over a major chapter of your life, a karmic chapter perhaps, saying goodbye to it, and moving on. Some of you are moving, relocating. Some of you are taking a trip. Some of you are being free from something horrific that was overwhelming you and giving you sleepless nights. You are moving. Some of you are taking a trip, and this is connected to cancer. Also, those of you who have got cancer in you or dealing with someone that has got cancer in them, and being victorious. Great victory. Okay, let's take on another one. Very interesting. And some of you are going on a trip here. All right, we have the Strength card, which is connected to Leo. This is about transcending where you are. In 8 weeks from today, when you see this reading, and within 8 weeks' time, you are going to be empowered to the highest degree. You are given the power, the glory by the heavens or the universe to uplift you to high levels of power where your awareness heightened, you become strong, you become powerful. This is of a high magnitude. This is overwhelming. You are going to be loving where you are going to be. And the courage to take on an action you never thought you were ready to take. And that could be relocating, could be part of it. Okay, let's move on to the next level. Whoops. And the next level is, I'll take that elastic away. The next level is this section here. Yes, I'll take two from this deck and two from another deck, or three from this deck actually. Let's have a look. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. It shows you got to pay attention to details when you're signing documents or even dealing with big amounts of money, giving money, taking money, investing money. You got to pay attention to the paperwork, to signing contracts, to see what you're signing to, so that there won't be any losses. Wow, the Ten of Wealth comes. So wealth, when wealth comes, this could be a victory for you. You could be winning a major windfall. Empowerment, it can also be money, because sometimes money is the greatest power on this earth. So I feel like there could be a big amount of money coming your way, and you need to pay attention when you're investing. What's written, the documents that you're signing, see the small print, pay attention so there won't be any losses, but prepare to play some sort of a lotto or lottery, because this can be a windfall. It's a major amount of money. We're talking hundreds of thousands even, or millions. So watch your money reading, and that should tell you where this generation of wealth is coming from. Wow. Okay, and the third one shows a resting from a karmic chapter that was overwhelming you, that was taking so much out of your energy, that you were sucking up and putting up and at the mercy of circumstances and people. That chapter is over, and you are ending a major battle, even an internal one. If it was external, you were putting it all in, and it was all eating you up. And there it is, a rebirth. Judgment is about a rebirth. And look at this, the Ten of Wands, something that was suffocating you, a chapter that was suffocating you, comes to an absolute end. And again, this is about the Chariot, where you are going to be overcoming every obstacle and becoming a winner and finishing this chapter, doing well, this karmic chapter and suffocating chapter. And also, it shows to me that you are going to be reimbursed, you are going to be compensated, you are going to be given so much in this new lease of life, to the point where you are going to be so abundant that you'll be overwhelmed. And that's why you've got the power, the strength, the power of the strength and the courage of this lion, which is the Strength card, a major arcana with the Chariot, another major arcana, showing that a new beginning that is going to give you the power, the glory, the victory that you have never thought was possible. You're going to be living a life you never imagined possible coming up. Prepare for it, because you don't know about it. You may not know about it until you live it, until you see it, but I'm seeing it for you right now. My dear viewers, what's coming is incredible. So much power, so much glory. It shows it in every way. This new beginning is going to give you incredible power, so much, to the point where you are going to be feeling that you are living in a sanctuary, in a place where it's like a heaven, a haven, where everything is just miraculously harmonious and you are empowered. So, wow, what can I say? Wow, for all of us. All of us, wow. End of a battle and the beginning of a new lifestyle. which is going to be spectacular. Okay, that's the end of that. Now let's move on to the next level. The next level is this section here. Let's see what else you need to know. Let's have a look. The truth. And we have the overcoming obstacles and becoming wealthy and power play. Look at that. Everything I talked about here confirms it. Overcoming obstacles with a chariot and becoming victorious. Power play. Power gives you victory. Wealth, abundance coming in your way in every way. So again, the victory can be a windfall. Think about this. We have major wealth here. A lot of money, and money that's going to give you extreme, extraordinary power. So money, empowerment, and a great victory. Victory can be a windfall. Have a look at your money reading, because, come on, let me hold it properly. What's wrong with my hands? Here we go. And I lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness. What I see here is victory. A victory can be a windfall. Have a look at your money reading. There's power, there's strength, and there's wealth. And not only wealth in this one, but in the 10 of wealth, the 10 of extreme wealth, generation of wealth is there. And it's magnificent. And it's all for you. So take advantage of the situation and you'll move forward without a doubt, and you will be empowered. So the 10 of wealth and then everything else. Of course, with the golden crown, there's another important factor. Not only you have a great victory, but also it is about ownership. Owning your own home, owning your own place with a sanctuary there, owning your own business. Some of you starting your own business. Things that you're taking charge, you're becoming in control and making progress that you've never made before. So much progress because you are controlling, you are in power. And some of you, in regard to your career, you are becoming the boss too. It could be in your home, in this new haven, or in your own business, or in your own work, where you are becoming a leader. There's leadership and power play here, becoming like a manager. Or the, what's the word? An authority, absolute authority. Let's take on one more for the collective, for everyone. And you're celebrating. Wow, extra money is coming in, what we talked about. Some of you, it's coming from matured investment. Some of you are celebrating a windfall. This is just like a great victory after another. One victory after another. And it looks to me like some of you might be leaving work and living a life of wealth and luxury and not needing to do anything. Others might be just... what can I say? Others might be just being in so much power. Yes, early retirement is possible with this one. Investments that are maturing and paying you big sums. Celebrating something magnificent. Celebrating finishing work, retiring. Celebrating the power that is given to you, all this power. And some of you might be buying your own business in retailing or beauty. But some of you are really considering finishing work, and I think you are empowered for all of this that I'm talking about. It's all giving you, this power is giving you the glory to be able to do whatever you want and succeed at it without a doubt. So being so much empowered and so much wealth, and there is so much to celebrate. Celebrations all over the place for you. That is incredible. Absolutely magnificent for everybody. Now let's look at further. We got this, and we got this over here. We got this here, and we got the power there. All right, let's move on to the next level. The next level is seeing a little bit more information for the collective for this weekend. What else are you up to? Okay, we got the lobster. Some of you might be going out and having lobster, literally. You might be going to a seafood buffet. But the lobster is connected to, I'll tell you according to ancient wisdom, it is connected to wealth. But according to the tea leaf, I'll take one. And I might take just one more. Oh, actually, they gave it to me. Oh, they gave me too many. But I have no choice. When it's given like that, I'm going to take it. Okay, I wanted only 3. So let's talk about the lobster. Okay, first. The lobster is about wealth. And it is also about abundance. The lobster is just magnificent. I personally love seafood, so I love the lobster. But according to the tea leaf, it says a financial pinch. Of course, yes, because lobster is expensive in some places in the world. So it can be a financial pinch when you're having it in places that it's expensive. A cracked cup shows that there may be a little bit of disappointment, something not going the way you want, feeling broken. According to the tea leaf, it shows, also it can be loss. It shows dissatisfaction with life, not happy. dissatisfied. Then we've got caterpillar, transformations and transmutations, taking you to the next level, changes that will be uplifting you and bringing color and happiness into your life. According to me, according to the tea leaf, it says things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So there's hope. A change is coming. Right, then we've got the leg. The leg is about someone entering your life, someone new or someone from the past entering your life. It could be a soulmate coming into your life. It could be someone new entering your life, according to me. According to the tea leaf, it says stepping into a new experience. Stepping into a new experience. And then we've got the pale. The pale is about disappointment, sadness, something that's gone, something that's lost. And, it can be also tears, tearing up, grieving the loss of someone or something, emotional upheaval. According to the tea leaf, it says time to get out of a situation. Time to get out of a situation. Okay, so we have the wind chimes, and the wind chimes are about excitement, news coming your way, something magical happening, something spiritual, and hearing news, hearing information that's going to be very supportive and make you very happy. It is also connected to air energies, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and it is about peace and harmony. Peace and harmony, according to the windscreen, according to the tea leaves. Okay, so we got the vase, which is something wonderful happening in your life, a surprise, someone wonderful. Flowers, vase represents flowers. Feeling happy, feeling cared for, someone very compassionate. A secret admirer, according to the tea leaf, there's a secret admirer. Very interesting. Okay, now let's move on to clarifications and see what else we need to know. What happened to that? Here we go. Okay. So we're going to start with this money. The 10 of wealth, maybe they're separate. I'll do the 10 of wealth first. And actually, I decided not to use this deck for some reason. Something told me to use another deck for clarification. I'm going to do that. Okay. The 10 of wealth. Let's take 2 cards in regard to the 10 of wealth for everyone. Right, we got the Ace of Swords. Sorry, the Page of Swords. Glasses on. Page of Swords and Traveling, the 8 of Wands. Okay. It shows to me that there is some information coming from someone, or it's in regard to someone, or it's about someone in regard to someone. Air energy, Aquarius being number 1. Second, Libra, then Gemini. Second, Gemini, then Libra. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, either one. If you want to know which one, have a look at your general reading. And in your general reading, at the end of it, you'll know exactly who this air energy is. Okay, what's happening with this air energy? First and foremost, this is about the truth. Okay, according to this card, it says watching and spying. Somebody's spying. There's an air energy who's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, that might be either spying on you or you might be doing the spying. Gathering information, wanting more information, trying to figure out something. It's not done deliberate or to hurt someone. It's just done to get information, to know some information. There is going to be a change, and maybe this person is really worried. This air energy is worried. It's gathering information, looking for information. It's not really spying. It's just searching for information to see what happens, because the 8 of Wands shows that there is a move on, a relocation. Remember, we had relocation. There's a possibility of relocation. And you know what? This watching and spying isn't actually spying. It's probably searching for a place to move into, relocating, because this person's got their bags packed and they're moving. There's a big change happening. And the 8 of Wands is about great news. Okay, listen to this. The 8 of Wands is a situation in regard to some news or information that will come to you probably this weekend. And this information is going to be vital that you take action towards it, because it's going to resolve a current problem that you're feeling guilty, unhappy, not really happy where you're at, to move to the next level, to relocate. This could be an opportunity that is going to be spectacular for you. So you need to act quickly so that you don't miss out on this opportunity. Very important. It has to do with relocation, moving on, progress, travel, communication, and change. Right? So there you go. That's in regard to this money that's coming. I'll put this one here. Actually, I'll do these. I'll put these on the side. Okay. Let's move on to the next level. And the next level is the victory. Let's have a look at the victory and the movement. This could be movement also. A trip, moving, Right. Wow. No good. One of it is no good, that's for sure. This one, I don't like this card. The Five of Swords shows that there is a situation where there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of problems, mood swings. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. But the problem is to do with manipulation, with a certain pattern that keeps repeating over and over. Trust issues, a lot of problems with trust, and finally feeling defeated and giving up. That's the kind of thing it is with this one. But you are going to overcome. And the beauty is you are inspired. Look at this. What you don't see happening, there are new opportunities and there's fortune coming your way. Wow. What is this in regard? Jupiter action. This could be to do with Sagittarius. There's expansion and growth. You'll pass this situation where, control and sabotage is there. There's a lot of trust issues causing problems. But again, it's amazing. We got sabotage, and then we got sabotage again. This is shocking. You're overcoming a situation that is constantly coming to an end and getting sabotaged. It is a situation where it's out of your hands. You feel defeated. And there is a lot of guilt here. This is guilt. This is guilt. Somebody's feeling guilt, that's for sure. There's anxiety and insomnia. This is very much connected to this. Some of you are having sleepless nights because of guilt. Some of you are feeling regret. Look at this, the Nine of Swords. This is the Nine of Swords twice. All about guilt. Sleepless nights, guilt. Somebody's feeling guilty, feeling as though they're going to lose someone. Somebody's really afraid of losing someone, but maybe there is something that's out of their hands. There's nothing they can do. So I do feel like it's defeat. It's not in their hands. They feel guilty, but there's nothing they can do. It's very important. This is part of their journey. This is part of destiny. It has to happen. It has to be taking place. It's all destined. Let's have a look at the Two of Wands. There are things that are out of our hands. We do our best that we can, but when it comes out of your hands, it's part of destiny. Something else is meant to be. Let's have a look at the Two of Wands for the collective. Relocations. What have we got? Wow. We got Gemini here, very strong. We got fortune coming. This is very important. The Wheel of Fortune. So destiny. You know what I was saying about destiny? This is the Wheel of Fortune, which is destiny. When destiny is controlling things, it's all about karma. And karma doesn't mean that you've done good or bad or somebody's doing bad. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means where you're at in your work in this earth, what level you're up to, what lessons you're learning, what you have to still learn, what you have to still teach. So when you are in a situation that you feel trapped, guilt, unhappy, you're in a process with someone trying to learn off each other, trying to learn, fall, learn, progress, forgive, and move forward. And that's what happens. So the Wheel of Fortune is controlling the situation. If they want to free someone or put something to an end or release you from somewhere, take you out of somewhere, it's happening because of destiny. This is connected to air energies. Remember I said air energies? We got Mercury. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. We had air energy strong, and also it's the ruler of Virgo. So someone who's either Gemini, Virgo, or Virgo with Gemini. This is very strong touching base to them. Either the person or someone that somebody you're dealing with has got Gemini with Virgo. This is about travel and movement. And we're asking about this. We're talking about this. And it looks to me like destiny is going to intervene and you're letting go and moving. Even though you're feeling guilty leaving where you're at, but you're letting go. You're finally able to go. This is the Death card, which shows transformations, endings, and transformations to give you power. You might not see it at the time. You might be feeling sad and guilty for leaving a situation, but this is all to give you power. It's actually Pluto. There could be a Scorpio also here connected to this, saying goodbye, letting go of. But air energy, I feel like this air energy here is Gemini, because we've got air energy connected to all this situation, and Gemini with a little bit of Virgo there. And it looks to me like you're traveling, you're taking on, you're moving, you're relocating, and there may be news on the way, which we talked about with Eight of Wands. There may be news to help you move forward, and you might be finding a place. Somebody might be calling you about a place that you're moving to. Something becomes available, or even a job might be coming available. Now that was the Two of Wands, I think I did, or the Victory, I don't remember. Let's move on to two. Maybe there's something else. Okay, so you're surrendering a situation. You're becoming free, you're releasing. That's what the Chariot is all about. You're releasing a situation, you're saying goodbye to a situation, and it looks like to me you're walking away. This is the Eight of Cups. Leaving because you're not happy. Emotionally, you're not happy and you're walking away. You're releasing and moving forward. You're surrendering. And it's the actual fate here. Destiny is helping you release and move forward. All right. Okay. And that's because there's something else destined for you. Let's move on to the next level. The next level is, let's see the Nine of Swords, feeling guilty, unhappy. What is that for? Okay, it's because you're worried because of distance. You're leaving because there's a distance. You didn't want the distance. Some of you are moving the distance is a problem, like being far. Some of you they're realizing that it's time out. It's something is emotionally unhappy. There's emotional unhappiness, and that's why you're moving forward. Some of you are destined. This is destiny. Again, look at this, the North Node and destiny. And destiny is right here. Right? The Wheel of Fortune is destiny. So destiny is controlling situations to take you to what is the highest good for you. It's to evolve you. You are going to go through evolution. What's happening is you're leaving a situation to be uplifted to a better place. You're ranking up and evolving much more than you can even imagine. The karmic challenges are going to be over. You have been in challenges. Now it's time for rewards. Now it's time for destiny to give you a lot. And that's why this is the reason you have empowerment, power, and glory and abundance coming your way. That's why with destiny all over the place for you, you are destined for so much more than you have ever anticipated. This is just incredible. What's happening for you and towards you is more than you have expected. There is fortune, there is luck, there is abundance, there is power, there is courage, and there is an upgrade happening in your life. And that's why it might seem a little bit difficult to fathom, because you haven't been in this situation before. A lot of you are moving towards a level you have never lived before. You have never had before. I feel like some of you are elevated. You're really getting elevated by the heavens or the universe. They're elevating you to high levels that you had never anticipated, never expected. So this is glorious. This is absolutely glorious. And when it happens, write about it, because I want to hear about it. This is magnificent. Now, moving on to the next level. I'm going to have to drink a little bit of water to be able to continue. This reading is very exciting for weekend reading. It's so intense. Now, let's have a look at the power and the strength. What kind of strength and power is coming your way? There could be also someone who's a Leo. That is possible, right? Possible that there's someone who's a Leo. At a time where you're feeling sad and unhappy, it looks like something amazing is happening. Let's have a look at these cards. Okay, so forgiveness and temptation. All right, there is a situation. The Seven of Swords shows sometimes deception. Sometimes, okay, the Seven of Swords is very tricky. A lot of people misunderstand the energy behind it. Let me explain it to you well. Sometimes it is about self-deception. We lie to ourselves because we don't want to let go of something. We want to hold on to it. Sometimes it is about something that's tempting you, and you're trying your best to avoid that temptation, and you fall. And the truth is, you want to be honest and say, I fell. It was too tempting. I couldn't not do this. But you're scared to tell the truth, so you end up lying. This is the Seven of Swords. It's a situation where sometimes you want to leave, right? To avoid hurting those around you. Because you want to be honest and tell them, I'm not happy. Or there's something tempting me to make a mistake and then I'm feeling guilty. There's so much of that happening. It's a constant battle, internal battle. And sometimes that's why you have sleepless nights and guilt. But ultimately, this person, whether it's you or the person you're dealing with or someone that is close to you, they need to make wise decisions. And sometimes the heart rules. If they are, and let's just say as an example, somebody's in love with someone so much, but every now and then they might fall off the wagon and do something wrong, and they want to come and confess it and say, look, I did this, I thought about this, I thought about doing this, and I went and I did this. They can't say it, to be honest, and they feel like they are lying and they're deceiving because they know the person that they care about, if they tell them, they're not understanding enough to understand it. Just saying it will make them feel guilty. So they end up sort of feeling deceived, like they're deceivers. And that's a very bizarre situation. Not a bizarre. It's happening in our daily life every day in every situation. Sometimes, if you're spying on someone that you love or you care about, you're spying on their social media and you're realizing that they're making appointments and dates with other people. You can't go and tell them, oh, you're doing that. I caught you red-handed. Because sometimes you're in a battle and you have sleepless nights. Should I say it? It's going to be over. So there is different scenarios where guilt is playing a role, temptation, and self-deception at times. Self-deception is another factor with the Seven of Swords. So that's why people say, oh, Seven of Swords, deception. Not everything is just deception. There's a reason why people make a mistake. Sometimes there are powers beyond our understanding. When you get attracted to someone who is a soulmate that you meet when you are with someone else, people don't understand a lot of that, why it happens. If somebody says cheater is always a cheater, but if somebody who is not a cheater and once they make a mistake because there was a tempting situation they couldn't get out of it because they were with a soul connection, you see, these are just small examples. So the Seven of Swords, not to make this too long, is about wanting to walk away, trying to be truthful and you can't. You know that you got to walk away from a situation, but you're not able to. Because you know you'll hurt when you leave that situation. You know that you're hurting the person that you're leaving behind. So you just get stuck there. You're stuck. That's what this is all about. Ultimately, with anything to do with the Seven of Swords, at the end, it does end and you walk away. Whether it's you or someone else. So somebody wants forgiveness. They want to apologize and they want to forgive. There are situations to do with guilt. Wanting to speak their heart. You see, there's emotional confessions. Have a look at everything I talked about. Emotional confessions, feeling guilty, wanting to speak their heart, wanting to speak the truth. Seven of Swords, the truth, but not being able to because they have empathy, they feel apologetic, they want forgiveness, and compassion plays. They feel sad for what they're doing. So there is a lot of that happening, and that is all to do with feeling guilty and having sleepless nights. And that's that. I think that's enough. I've talked too much. I've said too much. I don't like to make these very long, but if I go in deep into every card, every message, and go in detail, it'll be just like a 2-hour reading, and I just can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. Anyway, let's have a look now. We've understood all of that. Let's take on a few more messages from this deck. Wow, some of you are having new love. New love is coming. A new person that will stir up your romantic feeling. This weekend you might be meeting them. Prepare for a new love, especially if you're single. Let's see another one, because you are going to be empowered. Children. Okay, some of you might have children or pets that could be affecting your relationships. Your love life is being affected by children or pets. Children or pets, okay? So that's that one. Now let's see things from the heart. What you're thinking, what somebody else is thinking. What are people thinking that they're not saying? That is which is being said and that which is not being said. It's in the heart. So we got one. The truth for everybody, for the whole collective. Okay, there they are. Let's go through them together and see what they are. Right, it says, I feel like you can see right through me. Somebody feels like as though you can read them. You see right through them. Whether they say it to you or not, it could be this person who's wanting to apologize. I hope you haven't moved on. I hope you haven't moved on. Somebody wants to get back to you. I love the way you carry yourself. I love the way you carry yourself. That is magnificent. Now, let's take 2 more messages from another deck, and then I will do the Chinese cookies. 2 messages for the collective for this weekend. Is there anything special that they need to know other than we've talked about? The first one and the second one. For everyone. The truth. Okay, vengeance. Not a very good card, especially now that we have apologies and guilt and sabotage and deception. There's something I didn't like it to come. But anyway, we have to talk about everything. Now, vengeance is about overcoming lies and deception, overcoming them. And it is, because the strength card is about overcoming. This is about overcoming obstacles and, having the power play, having the power. The heavens are going to infuse a strong energy of power within you that you will be invincible. And another way of doing that is silence and meditation. That gives you the power to overcome anything, any nonsense like cheating and betrayals and all that. You get to understand it all and surpass it all, and you don't let anything hurt you. You get to understand why certain things happen. Anyway, not everybody can meditate, so that's useless. Okay, overcoming lies with power and making a choice. Some of you need to really make a choice. If you are not feeling stable, this is also about stability. To have stability in your life, you got to make a choice. Either you accept a situation for what it is, or you let go of it. It's simple as that. Sometimes it's not as simple as that, because when you really care for someone, they've got so much good in them, and you're so compatible, and there's so much friendship, and then there are some little mistakes. You try to overcome them, and you're not able to make that choice. That's why you're in between with the Seven of Swords, going and coming and trying to keep the peace and trying not to leave. So time heals all these situations. The healer of everything is time. So time is going to heal all the situation for you. The Waker is all about awareness, finally seeing things empowered, seeing the truth, knowing what everything is happening, reflecting on everything, seeing things on a deeper level. And having the power of awareness to give you incredible clarity. Clarity gives you power. When you see things clearly, it empowers you. And that is the end of that. Now I'm going to see if there's Chinese cookies want to add anything to all of this. This was very deep, actually, for a reading. Very, very deep. For a weekend reading. I'm sorry, my dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed it, but it is very, very deep. Intuition. It says, trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or even investing money. This is the great time. Trust your intuition, whatever it's telling you. Okay, difficult times, it says, be on your guard against chaos, as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. There is emotional upheaval. We can't doubt that. There's a lot of issues here. For some of you, dealing with betrayal, dealing with change, dealing with confessions and apologies and forgiveness. There's all of those things here. Feeling guilty. There's a lot of guilt being brought in the open this weekend. There's a lot of discussion. But always remember, at the end of the day, you are going to be empowered. The heavens are with you. That's why they're saying, listen, we are going to give you the power, the glory, and ultimately you will overcome it all. And you are going to have a glorious ending. Everything is going to give you the power to move forward, to overcome all the obstacles that are standing in your way, to be empowered to levels beyond your expectation. So no matter what it looks so difficult, so impossible, a little bit of peace, a little bit of silence, a little bit of contemplating, a little bit of understanding, and letting your higher self rule and put the ego aside. Sometimes here I try to control my words. I don't want to say destroy the ego, but press on the ego, push it away. You let your higher self take over and let it guide you to an empowerment beyond where you are today. When the higher self, the soul, is awakened and you have awareness, the ego gets shut down to a certain level. And the more you shut down the ego, the more at peace you are, the more happy you are, the more in harmony you are. And so is exactly like the sanctuary that we're talking about here. This sanctuary is absolute peace, harmony, and being in control of your life and your destiny, your mind and everything, and not being at the mercy of people and validation of who you are, what you are, because of what people do and their actions, their temptations and their problems, their shortcomings shouldn't govern or dictate who you are. And that can only come with you considering 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. It all takes that for the beginning. You step into that. That will give you the power so that your self-value, your integrity is not shaken because of a mistake they make. The fact that they can't be honest to tell you because they know you'll scream. They want to be honest with you, but they can't. All of that. That is just one little story. It might have a lot of roots to it, this situation that I'm talking about. But that will help you, empower you over every area in life. So crush the ego if you can. That's my advice. I hope you enjoyed this reading. My dear viewers, do give me a thumbs up. Please consider continuing your support towards my health by watching 2 extra videos a week, just out of the kindness of your heart and in support of my health. It means the world to me. I'm in gratitude for that, and you can't imagine how much it's helping me. Already I know many of you are doing it. I can see it. I'm hearing it. I don't see it. They tell me, the office tells me that your viewers are going up. People are listening. They're doing that for you. So I am so glad, and I'm so thankful to all of you for doing that for me. So please keep it up. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. I hope you enjoy my readings. I hope they touch your heart. I hope they heal your heart. I hope they show you the way, because my intention is doing these readings is to touch your heart and to help you move forward with power, the power of knowledge and knowing. My love, light, blessings to each and every one of you. Namaste.